It's always game day in Cleveland. Daryl, very excited about Monday night. Why? Tell everybody.
For the first time since the 1950s, the Cleveland Browns will be wearing something that is not an orange helmet. They'll debut the new modern version of their white helmet. They'll be in the 1946 throwback jersey and the white pants. Those uniforms are clean. In fact, I think when the Browns wear white, I think that's the uniform they should wear full time going forward. That should be their white uniform.
Are the white uniforms, though, intimidating? Like when you see the Steelers roll out in those black unis with the orange pants, or with I can't believe I just said that, with the yellow pants, those are a little intimidating. I'm not going to lie. Is white intimidating? I don't
know. It's not so much about intimidation as it is about looking good. And they're going to make a fashion statement Monday night. I'm telling you, like right up there. So I guess this is like throwback weekend for the NFL because the Patriots are going to be wearing Pat the Patriot. I think the creamsicles come out this week for the Buccaneers.
Yeah, Steelers. What are the Steelers wearing?
I think they're wearing their regular uniforms because those are their regular uniforms. I just hope they don't wear those hideous bumblebee uniforms. Remember those
are
they
brutal,
wore?
Man, I can't stand them.
Oh, you want to talk about the
They look like rugby jerseys.
The ugliest uniforms in NFL history are the Pittsburgh Steelers bumblebee throwback uniforms. There is no uniform more hideous. That uniform is uglier than the uniforms the Browns wore from 2015 to 2020.
What, the ones that said Cleveland on them?
Yes.
On the front?
Light those things in.
They were not horrible jerseys,
those uniforms
they were not horrible.
They were hideous. Fire those into the sun, never to be seen from.
Why? Because they said Cleveland on the front? Who cares?
No, just because they were ugly.
I didn't think they were that bad at all. I didn't mind them at all.
Well,
I did like the white ones did look the best, though.
You're also like driving a minivan dad. So of
I
course
do not drive a minivan. Stop it. I'm a cool dad.
You are not.
Come on, Daryl.
If we had your kids on the podcast, would they say that Andy Baskin is a cool dad?
Yes, I think they would. I'll bring Tropical Storm on at some point.
Is that because you would bribe them with allowance money or threaten them with being grounded for not saying?
No, I know what's going on in the world. We talk about a lot of things. I mean, I probably think I know more about my kids than the average parent knows about their kids. Maybe too much sometimes. But I mean, I just want to know what's going on. And sometimes being a parent means you're going to hear something you don't want to hear.
Right.
So the way you react is the difference between being cruddy-duddy or, old man or whatever. I mean, I spend a lot of time with our kids and, I coach them and I do a lot of stuff. I enjoy the time that I spend with them and their friends. And, it's just, but part of it's just being a coach too. It's more than just being a parent. I mean, when you're a coach, you unfortunately know a lot of things that are going on that most parents don't want to know. And sometimes you feel the wrath of that too, which you don't want from other parents. So, but yeah, I would say that. I mean,
you're the cool dad then. All right.
I don't know that I'm the cool dad because I know there are times when they get upset with me and I get upset with them. But I think,
I've listened to your radio show and I've heard some of the jokes you've told, and I would not say you're a cool dad.
Which one?
You. I've listened to your show. I've heard the jokes you tell. I would not classify you as a cool dad.
Well, would. Okay, good.
No, I would not.
Oh, Daryl.
I would not classify as you a cool dad.
Well, that's okay. I wouldn't have classified you as a cool kid, so we're even.
And you'd be 100% correct. I was not a cool kid growing. It's all right.
Hey, we should do a poll. We can do a poll, and I'm sure that
Baskin, cool dad, yay or nay?
Is Baskin a cool dad? I got no problem with that, except for the fact that when Twitter became X, they started charging you for the polls, and I'm like, forget that. So I'm done with that. I used to do those polls.
Okay.
I think I'm kind of cool.
I think we need to have your kids sit down under the penalty of perjury and swear under oath that you are or are not cool dad.
All right, here's the deal. I'll bring them on for one podcast.
Okay. At the same time?
No, I don't know. I mean,
I think we need to. think we need to do them in stages here.
I might. The problem is if I have one on, I've got to have the other on. That's the problem with two kids. Like what you do for one, you always have to do for the other.
Absolutely.
Don't ever forget that.
Absolutely.
Plus, I mean, I could see. I mean, I worry about these things because I was kind of an old dad. I didn't really get married until I was in my late 30s.
So who's the favorite in the house? Let me rephrase. Who's the good cop? Who's the bad cop?
It depends on the subject matter.
Okay.
I have to be the enforcer on some stuff. My wife is the enforcer on some stuff. Yeah, it's. I mean, every parent understands what I'm talking about. I mean, I'm just not. I don't know. My wife is very, very good, man. She is amazing at a lot of things, and probably her number one best trait is she puts up with my you know what.
Well, I was just about to say that your wife is headed for sainthood because she deals with you every day.
She's already there now.
And she's known you for, well, who has known you longer? Me or your wife?
You. I've known you longer.
Okay.
Well, no, let me take that back. I met her when I was working in Columbus. So we met in the late 90s.
Okay, so you've known her longer. Okay.
Yeah, I've known her longer. I'm just trying to think of, I mean, I've known Jeff longer than I've known my wife.
Okay.
But I don't know if there's many more people that I'm around on a daily basis. That's old Andy Baskin. I don't know where he is. He was a cool kid. Final thoughts, Daryl. Final thoughts as we head into the Steelers game on Monday night.
Monday night can't get here fast enough, but again, we'll feel pretty good about where they're at from a health standpoint. We'll get some updates this week on Juan Thornhill. Like I said, Jed Wills, even though Kevin Stefanski said he's okay, proof will be in the pudding as far as his practice availability and the injury reports go. But yeah, I mean, feel pretty good going into week 2. I don't know about you, but the Browns haven't won in Pittsburgh in the regular season since 2003.
Oh.
I have
it's been that long, 20 years.
I have a feeling that streak is going to end Monday night. My gut tells me.
Let's put it together. Let's make it happen. I feel good about the Browns this year, too. He's Daryl Ryder. I'm Andy Baskin. It's always game day in Cleveland.